The snow fell in silence the night David found them, three shadows huddled beneath the church awning, the twins clinging to their mother like frightened birds. He almost drove past. Almost. But something made him stop. David Walker had gotten used to silence. After losing his wife to cancer 2 years ago, it was the quiet that haunted him most, the still mornings with only one cup of coffee, the empty seat at church, his little boy Ethan asking when mommy was coming back. He had poured himself into work and fatherhood, determined to keep his head down and his heart guarded. But that night, on the edge of December, silence was broken by a whisper of fate. He stepped out of his truck, crunching through fresh snow. "Ma'am," he called gently. The woman looked up slowly. Her face was pale, her eyes swollen from tears, yet proud, too proud. The two girls curled beside her, identical, maybe 6 years old, dressed in thin jackets far too small for the weather. She didn't beg. Didn't even speak. "I have a guest room," David said quietly. "It's warm. And safe. Just for the night." That was how Hannah and her daughters, Grace and Lily, came into his life. The first morning, Hannah tried to leave before sunrise. But Ethan woke up and shared his cereal with the girls. David pretended not to notice as she unpacked their meager belongings in the laundry room. One day became 3. Then a week. Hannah rarely spoke of her past, but David gathered pieces. Her husband, a soldier, had died overseas. Her family, strict and judgmental, had turned on her when she refused to remarry within their church. They'd called her selfish for leaving. "They said I was broken," she confessed one night, folding laundry as if folding her pain. "And the girls, they didn't deserve to suffer for my stubbornness." David didn't say much. He just listened. And slowly, the quiet that used to haunt him became peaceful again. The kids bonded quickly. Grace was shy and artistic, always drawing angels and stars. Lily was bold and loud, chasing Ethan through the yard until they collapsed in laughter. Their giggles brought life back into the house, back into David's heart. But not everyone welcomed them. David's sister, Margaret, confronted him at church. "You barely know her," she snapped. "What if she's taking advantage of you? Think of Ethan." "I am thinking of him," David said firmly. "And I'm thinking of what Christ would do." The town murmured. Some people whispered. But David stood his ground. The hardest night came when Lily spiked a high fever. Hannah panicked, her hands shook as she cradled her daughter, blaming herself, convinced she was cursed. David drove them to the ER at midnight, never leaving her side. "You're not alone anymore," he told her gently, brushing hair from her face as she wept. "You don't have to fight this alone." By spring, everything had changed. Hannah had found a part-time job at the diner, and David rearranged his schedule to pick